and welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we are going to look into your relationship with your ex and find out what it is that you gained from that relationship. Now, this reading is for anybody who is hung up on an ex, anyone who feels like they've wasted a lot of time on an ex, and anyone who wants to take something away from this relationship and find out what it is that you gained and what you can take forward into your future that will benefit your life from this past relationship. So we do have a theme going on. It's a little mix and it's shout out to my ex. I'm gonna have to word these lyrics because every time I sing them I end up really embarrassing myself. So shout out to my ex. You're really quite the man. You made my heart break and then made me who I am. I always do that cringy laugh after I sing. But anyway, I'm not here to sing to you. I'm here to actually help you and gain you some insight into a past relationship that maybe you've had a bit of difficulty with. So if you do want this insight and you do want a little boost, I need you to pick a little mix member. Woo! So pile 1 we have Jessie, pile 2 Perry, pile 3 Jade, and pile 4 Leanne. I highly suggest that you go with your first instinct or pick the original little mix member that you like the most. If you need more time to meditate over these piles, then please feel free to pause the video and I shall see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number 1. You chose Jessie. Now the last time I filmed this video I made a boo-boo and I did 2 Jessie piles, so I had to delete the video. So I'm sorry for anyone who saw it. I had to pull it down. Okay, this is going to be an on-the-fly reading and I want to just gain some info about your past relationship so we can get to the more beneficial stuff, finding out what you learned from this relationship. So first I want an overall energy, please. An overall energy. 7 of Cups. Okay, options. Okay, clouded judgment, options. Now, I don't know whether your ex was somebody who... I actually sense a bit of a smarmy energy from your ex. Potentially they are somebody who felt like they had options. They saw you as an option, okay? And I do feel like it may have diminish your confidence a little bit because it's like they were comparing you to other people. Now I really feel the need to tell you that when people don't have a level of stability within themselves, they tend to unstabilize everything around them. Now I do feel like your ex did see you as someone that they could settle down with, but they just felt so uncomfortable when it came to their stability. As soon as you showed them some kind of stability or gave them some kind of stability, they felt like they had to bounce. They felt like they had to run. Okay. Interesting energy here. I don't know whether you mistrusted them as well. Potentially you felt like they were cheating on you either physically or emotionally, okay? I feel like that could be a situation too. Now, what this relationship was trying to show you was it was trying to show you how beautiful you truly are. Now I do feel like with all these I feel like because you felt like an option for this person, you generally didn't feel like you were worthy enough for this person. This person tricked you and they made you feel like you weren't worthy of them. And I do think in this relationship you started looking into the mirror and you actually started seeing yourself from a different light. Instead of focusing in on your best features or the best parts of yourself, you were focusing in on the things that you considered to be the most negative about yourself. For instance, I do feel like there could have been an insecurity around the ears or the nose. The ears or the nose here. And you may have even considered potentially getting surgery because you felt like this person didn't want to settle with you because you looked a certain way, I do really think this affected your ability to see your beauty. Now, I do sense that you were somebody who had a lot of physical security before you met this person. You may have been very confident in your appearance. Yes, we all have insecurities, and I do think you did have insecurities, but a very normal amount of insecurity. And this person made you feel like you weren't physically beautiful enough, because there's a lot of Venus energy here, okay? And Venus is that more materialistic kind of beauty, the surface level kind of beauty. Now, what this relationship is really doing is it's making you look at yourself with a fine-tooth comb. And when you look at yourself with that fine-tooth comb, you're going to find the parts of you that are beautiful, the parts of you that are amazing. I do really feel like you may be in a stage where you're starting to fall in love with your physical appearance again. And Spirit is really telling you to keep up like your exercise, keep eating healthy, keep wearing those clothes that accentuate your figure, because you may have actually stopped wearing clothes that accentuate your figure, or you may have not been feeling like the strong desire to work out. And if it's not like working out at the gym, it could easily be going for walks or going for runs, or even going for like hikes with friends and things like that. What this is actually going to do is it's going to make you look at yourself with a more mature standpoint. I think this person is bringing you a hell of a lot of maturity. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to make you level up like within your soul, which in turn is going to make you level up and be more physically beautiful. Okay, you're going to have a glow up after this. A glow up is definitely on the horizon for you. It's really important to understand that a lot of old sayings have so much truth to them. For instance, beauty comes from within, or beauty lies within, because beauty comes from the soul first. If your soul is pure, if your soul is kind and beautiful, that will radiate on the outside. And this is 100% fact. Biologically, as humans, we are programmed to survive. And there are a lot of warning signs in nature to tell us to flight, to get the F out of a situation. For instance, you've got animals in the animal kingdom that have bright colours because they're telling you that they're poisonous. And if the soul is toxic, the biology of the body will make you appear uglier. It just will. Because it creates a warning to other human beings not to F with that person. Now, I'm not saying that this is completely relevant to you, but what I'm saying is you are going to be leveling up when it comes to your maturity, your inner maturity, your emotions. What beauty actually is. I actually sent you focusing a little less on physical appearance and focusing more on what's within. And along with that, the byproduct of that is you're going to be more comfortable with yourself after this, but you're going to have that physical glow up because your body is going to show other human beings that you are a pure, loving, giving soul. Your eyes are going to shine. Your face is going to be bright. Your skin is going to be clear. You're going to be leveling up, basically. I'm not saying you were a level down before, because I really do not think you were. I think you were perfectly fine, beautiful, everything about you was fantastic before. But what this relationship did, it made you look within. It made you look at yourself with that fine-tooth comb, and you leveled up within. Therefore, you leveled up on the outside. Okay. Attachment, crossroads, and reunion. Now, this tells me, again, it's that crossroads. It's a choice, an option. I think your ex is still considering you as an option. I think they're still attached to you and they would like a reunion with you. Whilst you're looking within, I do feel like you're going to find aspects of you which help you understand why you become attached to certain types of people. Now, I don't know whether this is something that comes from childhood or whether it's something within you. Maybe you've had a bit of a self-deprecating nature in the past. Maybe you've been too giving with your energy, but also maybe you have been very harsh on yourself and you've not celebrated the achievements that you've made through your life. I do think you're somebody who's very humble and modest, and that is a very positive thing. But I think sometimes this humbleness and this modesty takes a bit of an overdrive, and you don't pat yourself on the back when you've done well. You don't look at yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you're gorgeous. And therefore, you tend to attract people who don't give you a pat on the back. People who are very humble and modest about you. People who don't feel the need to say, look at my beautiful boyfriend or girlfriend. And I do think when you look within, you're going to realise that within yourself. And once you've healed that within yourself, once you've actually actively put practices in place to constantly congratulate yourself, to constantly praise yourself, you're going to magnetize somebody towards you who knows your worth and verbalizes it. Verbalizes. Did I say verbalizes it? Because as above, so below. Everything that's within will project outwards. But I do definitely think that your ex still considers you as an option. Because remember, you weren't just an option, you were treated like an option, okay? There is a chance that you could get back together here, okay, with reunion. Because reunion talks about two people learning a lot of lessons. So even though I didn't plan for anyone to get back with their ex here, I do think that could be a possibility for you guys. But it all depends on what your relationship was like before. If this ex was very mean to you before, hurt you, cheated on you, I'd say it's a no. But if you both just had some hiccups, you may have a choice coming in the future, which is whether or not to get back with this person. Okay then, pile number 1, that was your reading. If this resonated, please drop it a like and comment down below. I do love your feedback. Also, if you like content like this and you want to see more of it, please subscribe because I would love to see more of you. And pile number 1, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's try and turn a negative situation into something positive and find out what you can take away from this previous relationship, which is going to help benefit you in the future. Okay, so we've got the 6 of Cups and the Page of Cups. Now this is really positive energy here for the reading. And this tells me that this is actually going to go back to some inner child work for you, okay? I don't know whether your ex treated you in a way that resembled the same way that potentially a parent treated you. And I do really sense a lack of emotional understanding with a parent, and it matches this emotion. There was a lack of emotional understanding with your ex as well, with you. It was like there was a drought when it came to your relationship, okay? And I do think there's something going on that's to do with your inner child. You're doing something against your inner child's will. Okay, so screwed over, security, and vibrations. And I do think you were completely screwed over by this ex. I don't know whether they... I actually feel like this could be the narcissist pile, okay? I didn't plan on having a narcissist pile, but I do think this could be a narcissist here. Somebody who it was faking something. I feel faking something. Somebody who has a different persona to how they do at home, okay? I think this could also be somebody who treats their friends better than they do their partners. And the only reason for that is the fact that their friends don't require the emotional, what's the word? We are in a Mercury retrograde, guys. Their friends don't require the emotional attention that their partnerships do at home. So they tend to have a lot of friendships. They're probably very well liked on the outside as well, But on the inside, when it comes to their partners, they have like a bit of an emotional drought. And I do feel like you have either lost something in this, you could have actually lost something quite physical within this relationship, but you just feel screwed over for whatever reason that is. And it's going to be different for everybody who chose this pile, okay? But you're feeling really screwed over at the moment. I actually do feel like it's at the moment, okay? And I do think your security, your sense of security has been shook, okay? It's been shook. I want to say shook because I do think you still have security, but this is what it is. That's what it is. It's the inner child thing. You never learned how to parent yourself. You never learned how to parent yourself here, okay? And I did say inner child work here with the 6 of Cups, okay? Inner child work is what's needed here, okay? And family comes in this as well. So I do think this has come from your childhood. Maybe you weren't given the emotion that you needed within your childhood. And in your adulthood, you tend to go for relationships which are emotionless as well. And you wonder why you keep getting hurt. And I think the thing with you is you have so much emotion. I won't be surprised if you are a water sign or whether you've got heavy water in your chart. Okay, but I definitely feel that you're highly emotional, but you only know how to give that emotion to other people, and you haven't been given that emotion to yourself. It's an emotional security here for sure. And it's this that you're going to realize. And with vibration, it's all about intuition, inner knowing, okay? Inner knowing. It's within you. This thing that you feel like you're lacking in relationships, it lives within you. And all you need to do is activate. It's not even activate, it's activated. But all you need to do is treat yourself the same way as you treat your partners, as you treat your friends, as you treat everyone around you. Turn that loving, emotional energy back on yourself. Because the only way you're going to get over this is if you parent yourself now. I think a lot of self-talk is needed here as well. Whenever you're feeling unstable or insecure, literally talk to yourself. Talk to yourself like you are that 4-year-old. What would you call yourself if you were 4 as well? Would you call yourself boo-boo like I call my son? Cringe, isn't it? Boo-boo, moo-moo. What else do I call him? Boo-boo and moo-moo. Babe. I always call him babe. I don't call anyone babe, but I call my son babe. So what would you call you at 4 years old? Sweet? Baba? Baba? Baba for some reason is making me feel like it could be something like Bab or Baba. Whenever you're feeling insecure, say Baba, I've got you. Baba. It's making me giggle, that one is. I've got you. Tell yourself that you're beautiful, tell yourself that you're worthy, but talk to yourself like you're that 4-year-old. Because once you turn that emotional, that loving emotion into you and you fill up your cup, you're going to magnetize people who have that same energy as you. You're giving it out to everyone, but people are just drinking it and throwing the cup back at you. So you're empty. Because you give it away, you're empty. And the world's only reflecting what you are. And if your cups are empty because you're giving them all away, they're going to send people with empty cups to you. Work on filling up your own cup. And lessons. You have agreed with other souls to have You have agreed with the other soul to have and provide valuable life lessons for each other in this lifetime. Find the lessons within this connection. I think this person was the last straw for you. And this was meant to be. It was fated. Whatever this connection was, it was fated. Because they were supposed to push you into this new phase of self-love. And believe me, if you do the work, the next person who comes along is going to treat you like that 4-year-old that needs nourishing. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. If you like this reading and you resonated, please drop me a like and comment down below. Even if it's just to say that you claimed the reading. And if you do like content like this, please subscribe, because I love making content like this for you. And pile number 2, good luck with this. Thank you so much. Love yourself, Baba. And I shall see you next time. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 3. You chose Jade. Okay, I've got the little mixed members written down here because I effed up the first time I did this video, and there were 2 Jessie piles. So I've got to have them in my notes next to me, but you guys are pile 3 and you chose Jade, so no confusion here. Now, because I've mentioned confusion, it makes me think there could have been a lot of confusion within this partnership with your ex. Okay, so confusion. Bear in mind that if there was confusion, it means that your ex was very confused. So obviously they're going to project confusion out to the people that are closest to them. And I definitely feel this for you guys. Okay, I'm just going to roll a few dice. Yeah, Neptune is confusion. I think this person had a lot of mental confusion. I don't know whether they had the inability to move forward when it came to like hiccups. Are they somebody who held on to grudges as well? Could be some Scorpio energy here. I don't mean to be negative about Scorpio energy, but they do tend to like hold on to grudges, but I have rolled the 8th house as well, so I'm not picking on any Scorpios here, okay? But instead of working through emotions, they had the ability, the tendency, the moon, they had the tendency to kind of, what's the word? I had the word in my mind. Instead of working through emotions, they tend to kind of like submerge themselves within the issues rather than moving forward. Sorry, okay, I lost my trail of thought. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm slipping up on my words now. Maybe your ex was somebody who slipped up on their words a lot, or maybe there's somebody who actually made you slip up on your words because they were constantly kind of shocking you. Bear in mind as well, if they were shocking you, I sense shocks actually, because we've got Aquarius energy here as well. They shocked you. Every single time they shocked you, it actually imprinted on your nervous system. Every single time your nervous system got activated from a shock, it was actually leaving a scar. Now, you actually may be someone who's got a few anxieties now after this relationship. You may have developed like OCD, you may have developed tendencies where you don't trust people as much. You may be somebody who, I even sense somebody who doesn't like being as outgoing and sociable as they used to be, and it is because you have got a few scars in you left from the shocks to your nervous system. Okay, and with the moon, it just clarifies everything that I've said here. A lot of confusion going on here, a lot of illusion. I wouldn't be surprised if also your ex was being a little bit sneaky behind your back, could be with finances, or it could be with other people. And if they weren't sneaky behind your back, you may have had inclinations that potentially they were doing something behind your back, or maybe you thought there is no way that they can't be doing something behind my back. Okay. This is actually quite beautiful because you've got triggers. And that is what they did. That's when I said every time they impacted your nervous system and you felt that kind of like, I don't know what to say. They have created so many triggers within you. They were triggering you, and now they've created new triggers within you. Wounds, traumas. I don't know whether you actually flash back to this relationship as well and some of the events that happened. Even though the relationship is over, you do flash back to some of the events because you're trying to make sense of them. But in all honesty, I don't think there is any sense. Now, I want to say that this person had quite narcissistic tendencies, but I don't actually think they were a narcissist. I don't know whether they were a Leo or a Virgo. People who know me well will understand why I've said those 2 star signs there. No offense to Leos and Virgos out there. I know so many amazing Leos, and also some of my favorite artists of all times are Virgos. Beyonce, Michael Jackson, just them 2. I love them. Best performers in the world because they're Virgo. Virgo can do anything they put their mind to. So I do really respect Virgo energy. This person could be a Leo or a Virgo. They could also have some very prominent Pisces. I want to say a Pisces 7th house. So they have the tendency to do this to all of their partners. I don't think this person even knew what they wanted, and I don't think they gave you the respect that you needed. Now, I do feel you are going to get some closure from this. I do feel like your person, there's two scenarios here. And I'm really reluctant to say the first scenario because I don't want anyone waiting around for this. But some people will get an apology from their ex. And it is going to help you have some clarification on the fact that some of the things that happened definitely were not your fault. But the main thing, the main factor in this is you need to forgive yourself from allowing yourself to be in a situation like that for so long. You need to learn to detach from situations and realize that some of the things that happen to you aren't personal, okay? You may be somebody who takes things very personally, and you may be somebody who's very deep in your emotions as well. A lot of the time, people treat you the way that they treat themselves. So with this person, if they were deceptive, if they did actually cheat, they were cheating themselves every day. And every day that you're not with them, they're still cheating themselves. The reason they cheat is because they cheat themselves. If this person was quite narcissistic with you, told you things were your fault when really they weren't, told you that maybe you caused their depression or something like that, and I feel that one quite strongly, you need to realise, no, I didn't. They were depressed before I met them. The depression lives within them. I didn't cause it. Your person was very confused and they didn't know whether they were coming or going. They don't even know their own mind. So how are you meant to get any answers? As I said, maybe one day you will, but at the moment you need to learn to forgive yourself. You need to learn to detach from all negative situations and realise that people are just portraying how they feel within themselves. It is not personal to you. You do not need to hold their baggage. You do not need to absorb their toxicity. Now you are getting compromise here. And I do think this compromise is compromising with yourself. I think you do need to allow yourself to love again, because I do sense somebody here who is avoiding dating, avoiding other people, avoiding, did I say social situations at the start of this relationship? Avoiding connections, whether that be romantic or just socially. People are always going to hurt you. People are always going to project. It's what human beings do. You need to compromise with yourself. Allow yourself to be present with whatever this toxic energy is, but do a deal with yourself that you're never going to take that toxic energy away with you. You are never going to absorb someone else's toxic energy ever again. With the moon as well, it does talk about as above, so below, and it is exactly what I've said here. If something lies within someone's subconscious, they're going to project it out of their conscious. The subconscious holds all of our involuntary responses, and you are holding a lot of involuntary responses here. But I also think you need to return whatever negativity your ex brought you back to them. Like return to sender. And I think if you stop blaming yourself for some of the things, and you return all that toxicity energetically back to your ex, it is going to heal some of these triggers that you have now. For this pile, I would highly suggest getting a bit of therapy. I do feel that potentially a bit of PTSD therapy is needed here. But by all means, you can give yourself self-therapy as well. But the first step is forgiveness and detachment. Detaching yourself from negative situations, seeing the situation for what it is rather than just absorbing it all, and forgiving yourself for putting yourself through the relationship with your previous partner. Okay, part number 3, I'm going to leave that there. I hope it made sense for you. If it did and you claim the reading, please drop it a like and comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like content like this, please subscribe because I absolutely love making content like this for you. And part number 3, good luck with this, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a look and see whether we can gain any positivity from a negative situation and see what you have learned from your previous relationship and what beneficial things you can take forward in your life after this relationship has ended. So to begin with, I want to get an overall energy here with the tarot, okay? I do sense somebody being told a few mistruths here. I do sense actually somebody who put you down. Somebody who's put you down. Okay, I think maybe somebody has attacked you verbally in your past relationship. Put you down, made you feel like you weren't worthy. I do actually sense that your ex maybe was punching. Okay, that's the saying. So when like you're punching, it means like, it means you've basically got with someone who's out of your league. Okay, so I do think that your ex may have been punching when it came to you. You were out of their league, but I do actually sense them kind of dragging you down to their level. And I do think this has, I think it actually gave you a little bit of instability when it comes to the way that you previously saw yourself. I do feel like you could have been very self-assured before you met this person. And what this person has done is they've removed and confused the structure of who you thought you were. I sense that you actually could be a Capricorn sun, moon or rising. And I do actually sense that your ex could have some heavy Leo in their chart, okay? I also sense that your ex was a little bit flighty. And it could be flighty with their words, but it also could be quite flighty energetically. They weren't always available. That's it. Okay, you are... Okay, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. So we've got enticing and intimidated. And this is literally what happened with you guys. I think your ex was so actually enticed by you. Like, you are like... Every day with you was like dessert, okay? Pudding. Every day was Christmas with you. And it intimidated your ex so much. And I do sense it is that, look, if your ex does have heavy Leo in their chart, like I said, they are all about their pride. They want to be the best. They want to be the leader. And I think you came along and you led the way. You came along and all eyes were on you and not on them, and it upset them, okay? Because with the strength card here, which is the Leo card, I do feel like your ex didn't have that inner strength. On the outside, they may have taught the talk, they may have had the bravado. Was it bravado? Bravado? I think it's bravado. They may have had that bravado, but on the inside, they didn't have that deep confidence, okay? They may act very confident on the surface, but they didn't have that inner confidence, that inner strength, that inner understanding of their own being and their abilities. Now you come along and they love the fact that you are so gorgeous, that you are such a prize, yet it was killing their ego. The fact that they'd enjoy you and then they would feel really crap about themselves after they'd enjoyed you because you showed them that they were a league lower. They couldn't take the truth. They couldn't actually admit that someone is more developed than them. And I honestly think this is inner development. I do really feel like you have such a strong, enticing beauty because your soul is beautiful. And I think this person hasn't done the inner work. I think your ex still thinks that beauty is just skin deep, but it's not. It's deeper than that. It comes from the soul. Just notice on this intimidated card as well, at the bottom it says out of your league. Now we've got perfectly imperfect here. I feel that the lesson for you is to not, I'm going to say it quite bluntly, to not go for people who are not deserving of you, your beauty, your energy. I feel like you may be somebody who goes for somebody who's a little bit less good looking, a little bit less smart, because you do like that security. You like the secure feeling of knowing that they want to keep you. You are with somebody who would not even dream of letting you go. But you are never going to find a long-lasting relationship doing things that way. You're being asked to go for people in your league. Perfectly imperfect here. The love you have for them allows you to accept their flaws and accept them for exactly as they are the love you have for them allows you to accept their flaws and accept them for exactly as they are without trying to change them. If you're wondering why I struggle to read these cards, look at the grammar on that. Wait, I can't flipping do this. Can you see that? It says without twice on there. In all honesty, this might be a message for me because I'm not accepting the fact that this card isn't well written, that the grammar's bad. And this may be what it is. I definitely don't think you should go for anyone who's out of your league again. But I also think you definitely need to build a very, very strong, solid understanding of your beauty, your amazingness, the fact that your soul is so pure, so that no one, not even friends, not even family, can even touch you if they try and bad talk you, if they try and talk you down. Your soul is the strongest part of you. It's the strongest thing you have. And even though you've reached this strength, if the wrong person comes along, they can dim that light within you. They can dim that soul within you. Your ex is being asked to build the strength within themselves, the strength of their knowing, the strength of their abilities, and you're being asked to do the exact same thing, except with you, you're being asked to have that stamina, okay? The stamina to hold your own, to know that you are beautiful, to know that you are worthy of anything, regardless of who tells you that you aren't, because a lot of the time it is going to be because people are intimidated by you. And I think this goes beyond this relationship. I definitely think you may find this with other people in your life. I think you actually could be somebody who walks in a room and you are very intimidating, so you do tend to get attacked more, whether it's like dirty looks, or whether it's like a friend of a friend who comes to a meal and says, oh, I don't like pile number 4, and everyone's like, why? Like, pile number 4 is amazing. And they're like, there's just something about them I don't like, and it's because they're intimidated by you. Part of me wants to say that you actually, there is a possibility that you may still be in touch with this ex, and I definitely feel that. Or there is a chance that you're going to get back in touch again. Now, I don't want to say there's a chance that you're going to get back together, because if this was a very, very toxic relationship, I wouldn't want to urge you in that direction. But I definitely feel that there could be some kind of reconnection with you guys. Even if it's reconnecting as friends and you end up helping each other that way. I'd not be surprised if this one is a twin flame relationship as well, because there's something deeper with this one. I really sense unfinished business here. And I think another massive message for you as well is to never change yourself for somebody. You may be somebody who merges into the fantasy of the other person. you're being asked to change, you're being asked to not change yourself for other people. You've got a little bit of character, kind of stamina stuff to do. I know, I can feel you, you're single and you know yourself. And you're very strong-headed, like I do know myself, so I get this Capricorn energy with you. But I do think when you get into relationships, you kind of become a bit more spongy, a bit more moldable. Hence why in this past relationship, this person did manage to knock your confidence. And you can't deny that. It's like they were around and you felt ugly. And then when they weren't around, you felt beautiful. It speaks volumes. You're never to allow that to happen again. Because you know you are beautiful from the inside out. And if you go into every relationship just being you, you'll know which relationships are for you and which ones aren't. Because the ones that aren't for you, you're not even going to get past dating stage, because it's going to be very apparent that you're not the same. You're not cut from the same cloth. You're not the same breed. And then the ones that are for you, you're very authentic in your knowing that this person wants to be with you because you've been authentic to yourself the whole way through. Okay, pile number 4. I hope this made sense for you. If it did, please comment down below and drop me a like. I love your feedback, so honestly, please, anything, even if you say, yeah, you got this right, but you got that a bit wrong, it's great feedback for me. It helps me become a better reader. And I do know that these readings were a little bit vague today, but they were supposed to be a little bit vague and a little bit shorter, okay? Because it's just a little extra that I wanted to bring to you guys. And I wanted to see how it would go as well, because I don't know, I've not seen, I might be in a bubble, but I've not seen any of the readers do a reading about the ex and what you've learned from them. So I've tried this today. It wasn't planned, I just went for it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know. Also, if you like content like this, please subscribe, because I love making content like this for you. And pile number 4, I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye.